So good. It's Rose and welcome back to Cheap Lazy Vegan and another mukbang. You are watching an episode of Munching Mondays, which is my mukbang series. Mukbang is an eating show, and on Mondays I do mukbang videos on this channel. So if you guys are interested in vegan mukbang videos, don't forget to subscribe. Today, guys, I'm so excited because I'm eating some Korean food, which is of course my favorite food because I'm Korean. Yes, okay. And Korean food is just the best. So yeah, today we are eating some very Korean home-cooked style food. We have some doenjangjjigae, which is Korean fermented soybean paste stew. This is like a super traditional stew. I do have a recipe for this on my YouTube channel, I believe, and also in my Everyday Asian Recipes ebook. This is one of my favorite stews. It's just so good. You know what? Let me leave it for now. And then here we have just this thing of rice, and we are going to make this into a sort of bibimbap using just whatever I have, okay? We're gonna be making some, oh my god, what do they call this? This is buchu bibimbap. This is chives, okay? Garlic chive kimchi that my mom made, and it's been sitting in my fridge for a while. It's just like a side dish. It's a type of kimchi made with chives. I was going to make it into a bibimbap, so I'm gonna add a bunch of this into this rice. Woohoo! It's gonna be a super simple mixed rice. Okay? So we have that. And we also have some, this is called braised burdock root side dish, also known as uwang jorim. It's a very Korean side dish. My mom made it, and I'm just gonna also add that in here as well. And then I'm gonna add, of course, gochujang, which is Korean red pepper paste. And this is a must for bibimbap. Ooh, I don't know if you guys can see this. I mean, let me just add it. Where's my spoon? There it is. I don't think I need too much because there's a lot of flavor already in these two other things. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of the Korean red pepper paste, along with, of course, this is a must, toasted sesame oil, also known as 참기름. This is seriously the best, and it just makes everything taste so good. And you don't need a lot, you just need a little bit, and then we just mix. Oh, you know what? I need to get Oh, I'm so excited. I can smell the toasted sesame oil. If you guys haven't tried toasted sesame oil, it's seriously the bomb. Guys, this is like my comfort food. As I always say, every time I eat like a really comforting Korean dish, I'm like, this is my comfort food. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so that is just that. So this is like a really just makeshift bibimbap. This is something that Korean people would probably eat just like at home when they're just like, I don't know what to eat. Let me just mix together something. I also have here kimchi. If you guys need a vegan kimchi recipe, I have one on my channel. It's my mom's vegan kimchi recipe. It's the same one that I'm eating here. It's the bomb.com. It's so good. And yeah, so I'll link that kimchi recipe below as well. And then of course, guys, to drink, I've got my bubbly. This is not so Korean, but it's just a must at this point. Whew. Oh my god. You guys have no idea how excited I am. Let me just get started. Whoo, guys. So, here is the first bite. Oh my god, do I need a plate? You know what, I'm just gonna use this. First bite, yum! Oh my god. Bibimbap and doenjang. They go together so well. I also added some extra soft tofu into the doenjang. Guys, this is the bomb. So good. I remember watching like Korean dramas and stuff when I was younger, and every time like someone's like really emotional, they'll just take a giant bowl like this and just mix together everything they have and then just eat it. And that was like the emotional eating. Not that I'm emotional, but I just really like this. It's just comfort. Oh my god, soft tofu is seriously so good. Alright, I'm gonna add some in here. See, there's some soft tofu on that spoon. I also have here some nori. In Korean, we call this kim. Now this is for sushi usually, but we can make it into our own little sushi. So another little thing that Korean people do. Oh, guys, this is just so good. My friends. What makes me sad is that people that are not Korean, you wouldn't understand this feeling that I'm getting. I guess it'd be the same no matter what culture. I'm sure you have like some sort of a food that you really, really enjoy and you feel like if you're not from that culture, other people wouldn't understand. Do you guys have something like that? Like this meal is definitely one of those things for me. I feel like if you're not Korean, you could still enjoy it, but I don't know if you get the same like feeling that I'm getting right now. Oh, I really need to do an Indian food mukbang. I was gonna talk about Indian Matchmaking, which is a show I just finished. And I don't know, have you guys seen it? Leave me a comment below. If you haven't seen it, it's a show on Netflix and it's wildly entertaining. And I believe me and Daniel are going to do a podcast episode discussing this show, because I think it's really interesting as well. It shows a lot about, you know, Indian culture. If you don't know what it is, it's a new show on Netflix where they take a, there's like a matchmaker that I guess is like well known in India, and basically it shows her like trying to matchmake a few different people. It's interesting because it shows Indian people that live not just in India, but also in the States. So you can see like the cultural differences even between those two different groups. But yeah, there's a lot of talk of like arranged marriages. I mean, it's a really interesting and entertaining show. It's not really like, it doesn't have a deep meaning. It's just more entertaining in my opinion, but bite. Anyway, Indian matchmaking. It's interesting because I was telling my parents about the show and they're like, it's very similar to Korea, like just a couple generations ago. Like that culture of arranged marriage. Just in my grandparents' generation, most people married, I think like marriage was basically all arranged marriage. That's just like 2 generations ago, you know? Like my parents weren't in an arranged marriage, but my grandparents were. Oh, this is so good. I love simple meals like this, you know? Guys, that is the most comforting meal. Seriously. Oh, my friends. I feel like that was a really quick mukbang. So yeah, that was my really simple, like whatever bibimbap. So to make bibimbap, really all you need is rice, some gochujang, sesame oil, and then whatever you want to put in here, and then just mix it all together. Usually it's like lots of different veggies, but today I didn't have that many veggies, so instead I added in some side dishes, and it was so good. And this, once again, I have a recipe video which I'll link down below, and it's also available in my Everyday Asian Recipes ebook. I'm just gonna save this and I'll eat this tomorrow. And that's it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you check out our podcast. The link is down below for you to listen. And we also do an extra episode every month on Patreon as well. So you can check that out as well. And usually the Patreon exclusives are like quite juicy. So if you want the inside scoop, then check us out on Patreon. It is the SaVeg Podcast. Again, link is down below. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you guys haven't already. Give this video a big thumbs up. And I'll see you guys in my next video.